Good morning, y'all. Sorry I couldn't make my video last night. It has been like totally crazy around here, and I'm serious. The phone didn't stop ringing. It was raining. Then when it's raining, I have a terrible signal. I don't know. Anyway, good morning. I'm glad to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you got your drink to come in and grab a seat. If you're new here, I'm Carol, over 50, making it better, trying to. I thought I would touch on something that I came across for you guys the other day because, and I have notes, just so you know. Yeah, I have notes. But anyway, what I thought we would talk about is, you know, a lot of older people, seniors mainly, probably over 50, a lot of people think that because you don't have your teeth in or you don't have your teeth, that it's hard to eat and hard to chew and all that stuff, right? Well, that is a possibility. That is part of it. However, what I found out the other day was really interesting. First of all, it said your muscles start deteriorating at 30. I'm like, oh Lord. And I was working out and everything. But anyway, that's just the icing up there. What I was going to say is, it's hard to swallow. It's hard to swallow your food. I mean, even small bites sometimes. And it sometimes hurts my throat. And I thought, oh Lord, what's wrong now? You know, and so they gave me an endoscopy. No. They said my throat, they just opened it a little bit more, supposedly. And I came home, and once it was healed, supposedly, I still had trouble swallowing. And not all the time. But if I eat, like I love Chinese food, if I eat Chinese rice, I don't know, for some reason it gets stuck right here, or I don't know. And I'm trying to take smaller bites. I really am. But that's what they were talking about. So let me get to this here. They said muscles in your gastric tract begin to slow down after 50. So you're still full from the meal you ate at lunch or breakfast. I was wondering why. Like lately, my food don't taste, well, I would say for about a year now. My food just doesn't taste like it used to. I don't enjoy eating as much as I did. I have the problem of swallowing sometimes. Let's see, what else was it? Your taste buds, they said when you're younger, your taste buds, this was AARP, as a matter of fact, that I got this from online. They said, we have 10,000 or more taste buds when we're younger. And as we age, they get to be less and less. I didn't even know that. Can even cause you not to detect sweet, sour, or salty after 60. Check that out. I didn't know that either. Let me adjust this thing a little bit. There we go. Your sense of smell also diminishes. The nerve endings decline, so your smell is not as good as before. Now, I will tell you, I'm 68, and my smell is much better since I quit smoking 15 years ago, okay? But, I don't think I have too much trouble with the smelling part. It's even some small stuff you loved, they said, doesn't taste as good as before. Well, I was thinking they must have changed this because this crap don't taste like it did before. But maybe it is your taste buds. What do you guys think of that? You have to be careful with that, though. I'll tell you why. And I didn't know this until a few years ago, honestly. if you've had a stroke or a mini stroke, or you don't even know if you had a stroke, sometimes that affects how you taste food and stuff like that. So you got to be careful. So if that just all of a sudden comes up, I would go get an evaluation by the doctor to make sure that, you know, you didn't have a stroke. Which, I don't want to scare nobody. You probably didn't. It's just our taste buds. We're losing them. We're losing them as we're aging, guys. That's terrible. Anyway, and I had a different thing because they put me on that shot for the, I'm not going to mention the name because I don't know if I can, but the diabetic shot that is also, it's not for type 1 diabetes, it's type 2 that I know of. And I thought that it was probably that was making me not want to eat. And it probably, part of it probably was. Or making my food taste funny, you know? Or not taste like good like it used to. So I don't know if it's that or if it's age. But they're saying that age can cause your taste buds to go down. You don't taste sweet, sour, and whatever anymore. And your smell, if your smell starts going bad, then your taste is going to go bad too, or usually does. So that's kind of weird. I wanted to know if you guys would drop me a comment and let me know what you think about that, because it's really, really hard getting older. It really is, because you got so many other things to worry about, and it seems like you worry every day about something. Oh, my toe hurts, my knee hurts, this and that. But anyway, let's see what else I got here. Yeah, I already told you, it's best to, you know, if you can't taste your food or other things, you need to go and get checked to make sure. But then after you do, this video may help you understand why your food don't taste as good as it used to. But it also says we're not as hungry as we used to be, because, you know, because a lot of people, including myself, even though I'm taking those GLP shots or whatever they are, I thought it was that making me eat less, because when I was like 40 and 50, I used to eat 2 sandwiches, okay? And I might eat 2 sandwiches with, I mean, if I go out, I'm eating 1 hamburger, you know. But I mean, if I'm at home and I'm fixing a sandwich, I used to make 2 man-wich sandwiches, for example, and some potato salad on the side, maybe chips, stuff like that. I had to cut down on that, and that was hard to do. It was very hard to do, and I had never been heavy in my life. I had 5 kids biologically and never been heavy. I went right back down to my usual weight, and then when I was about 40-something and I quit smoking, that was it. Yep, I gained a lot of weight. I've lost about 100 pounds, 110 pounds, yeah. And I feel so much better. I really do. Let's see. See, my taste has went down, like I said. Now, I can eat, for example, like pizza. If I put a little bit of spice on it, then I can taste it better. I don't know what that's all about either. But anyway, I mean, I guess because it's hot and spicy, you know. But I can't overdo that either, because I have gastro problems. So, you know, not that I want to tell you my whole medical history here, but, you know, I know y'all can relate. Let's see. Oh, you know what is my favorite portion of food? Is the children's menu. Like, the seniors menu is almost as much as the regular portion size, okay? But the kids' plate is a little bit less, or so I thought until yesterday. We have a new restaurant in town and it's Italian. Oh my God. You know, I love Italian, especially spaghetti. So I said, well, I never can finish, like when we eat out or something, I can never finish it. It always comes home with me, or, you know, or I eat it for dinner, or Bert will eat it later or something. So I said, I'm going to get a children's plate and see if that fills me up. So that's what I did. And Bart went and picked him up, and I got one for him too because he needs to lose a little bit of weight. He's gaining too much. I think it's his dementia medication doing it. I'm not sure. I'm not the doctor or a nurse or whatever you want to say. So, yeah. This is just experience talking. But we ate that children's plate yesterday. And let me tell you, they gave us 2 pieces of garlic bread each. Just about the same size as the adult plate. And the dang plate that came with the spaghetti, it was enough that I am eating the rest of it for lunch today. Yeah. So that is how much I've slowed down on eating. Let's see what else I got here for you. And why pay? You know, you think about it. If I would have bought, and this is true, if I would have bought the whole adult spaghetti, okay, I would have paid $16.50, I think it is, per plate. Okay? I bought a kid's plate for $8. That's half of it. And that was plenty for me to eat. It filled me up. So that's something you can, you know, try for yourself and see if it fills you up, you know. A lot of places, well, not a lot of places anymore, but some places, they don't want to give children's plates out, which, you know, I don't blame them. That's for kids 12 and under, okay? But in my case, it's good that it's cheaper, but I just don't eat that much. So let me know what you guys do. I mean, do you find that you ain't as hungry as you used to be? I mean, I know I don't want to cook anymore. I am just so tired of cooking. I've been cooking since I've been 13 years old, probably less than that. And Bert knows. I'm like, the only reason though is because I don't like food out all the time. Even if I could afford it, I don't want to do that because I don't know. I get tired of it. I love pizza like everybody else. I love spaghetti. I love barbecue beef, roast pork, what have you. But it doesn't taste the same as when I used to make it. Now, I'm not talking about recently. I got a gnat in here or something. But I'm talking about like for a long time, I've noticed that, I don't know, I get tired of the food that we buy out, and I have to have a home-cooked meal. And of course, on holidays, I'll usually cook something, even if it's just me and Bart here. You know, because when I was a kid, I never had holidays, okay? And it's not that my mom didn't do it. My mom was very sick. My father left us when I was very young, and she had to do everything by herself and try to make it. And so we would have something special, but not a turkey or not, you know, because back in the day, they didn't give you free turkeys, you know. You couldn't go get free turkeys and all this stuff they give you now. But anyway, maybe it's just because when I grew up and I was working, because I worked a long time, I would go out to lunch almost every day because I had to pack lunches for the kids until the school lunch program came around, you know, because I was single parent most of the time. And so I didn't want to sit there and fix mine. I had to go to work, by golly. So maybe it's that. I don't know. And sometimes I've gotten sick on the food that I eat at the restaurants. So, so I'm like, oh God, do I want this again? My son got very sick one time and I had to take him to the hospital and he was like 15. And everybody thought, even the doctors, they thought he had appendicitis. But he didn't. He had food poisoning from going out with some guys eating at a restaurant the night before. So, there's so many reasons why I don't like eating out as much anymore. But the basic reason is that I get tired of it. I get tired of getting that food and, I want to taste something home cooked. And sometimes it might just be a tuna salad sandwich on rye, But here I go again. I still have trouble swallowing. So y'all be very careful with that if you have the same trouble. Because I didn't know that happens a lot in people over 50. I thought that this was maybe an isolated incident, maybe when I smoked and I should, everybody says smoking's bad for you, so, maybe that did it. But my gastro guy said, nope, it wasn't that. He said, it just happens when you get older, your trachea, or where you swallow your food and everything, it gets narrower. And sometimes they have to, go in there and kind of spread it out. Well, he supposedly did that, but actually, I don't know. I mean, he did it, I guess, but it don't seem like it did very much good, because the times that I used to choke, or start choking on my food or couldn't get it up, and it wasn't all that often, and I still have it about the same. So I don't know if that made a difference or not, to be honest with you. But anyway, so I wanted to get with you guys on this, and I wanted to get your opinion. I wanted to get your opinion on how do you feel about food? Do you have different taste buds than you did when you were younger? Does the food taste different? Do you think the food's tasting different because you're getting older, or is it tasting different because your taste buds are gone? Or what do you guys think about cooking at our age, and do you do it often? And do you cook every night for yourself, or for just you and your husband? Or, I mean, if you have kids, I know you probably cook, because I did, okay? But I'm curious about that, because that is something that I really haven't heard people talk much about on videos over 50. And when I seen that, I was like, wow, I need to read this, because it was happening to me, And I realized it's happening to a lot of other people. So, yeah. So let me know in the comments what you think about that, because, yeah, as we speak, I'm hungry for lunch, but I'm also afraid of choking, okay? That is another thing that goes on in my little measly brain here, that, okay, well, you gotta be careful. Now I even cut my spaghetti. I will. I'll get a plastic knife and I'll just cut it so that it's not as big. Because I had a son who ate so fast all the time. I kept telling him, slow down, slow down. And then as he got older, I started eating fast because I kept seeing him eat. So I slowed down, and I tell Bert to slow down because he's got that problem. And I noticed since he was diagnosed with dementia, it looks like his problem is getting, the swallowing problem is getting a little more serious. So I make sure that he's got it cut up pretty good, and but he'll still choke once in a while, So, and then he'll cough, and he'll cough, and he'll cough, and he needs to go to the doctor. But I can see that it's advancing, and it drives me crazy, Because I had a real good friend lose her husband last week, and he had dementia as well. And, you know, I try to take my mind off of it. That is a lot of reasons why I do YouTube. And, you know, it helps me to separate myself from thinking of that all the time. Because I do, you know. And everything he does or don't do, I start thinking, oh God, should he be doing that? Or why is he laying like that? Or, you know, it's really scary. But anyway, guys, I hope that you got something out of this. I'm sorry I couldn't get it up last night. But I love all you guys. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. I need the thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't. We'd love to have you join us here usually Tuesday. Yeah. It could be more than Tuesday. You know, if I get a Mad Hatter in here, I'll, you know, do another one. And let me know in the comments what you think and what you're experiencing as a person over 50. If you're under 50, we don't care. You know, we welcome you here no matter what age you are. Okay. I love all you guys. Have a wonderful week. If you want to, check out my other videos on RV Butterfly at resellingandthrifting.com. I'll put them in the description, and also Can We Talk. I have three channels. Okay. Yeah, I try to keep up with them as best I can. And there was something else and I'm selling Avon Online now, and y'all need your Skin So Soft for the skeeters. Let me tell you, that stuff works. It even worked on my horses, guys. I'm serious. So, no, I don't have horses no more, but I did. But anyway, go check it out, because I've always loved Avon, and I sold for them before, and I said, I just need something to do, and I don't buy much makeup. If I do, I don't want to pay $50 for it, okay? And Avon just always had the best smelling cologne, and so did Prince Machiavelli, by the way. To me. But anyway, I will have my Avon link down in the description. If y'all want to order something, it comes straight to you. I love all y'all, and hopefully we all get good weather this weekend, and we have just great time all weekend. Love y'all. Bye.